Hey, what's everybody? This is Matthew from Team Pancakes. Just want to do a quick deck video I promised not too long ago of a Garchomp Lucario deck that we had posted on the website. So trying this out on my phone, so we'll see if this works because I've been having some computer issues lately. But we'll go ahead and jump into the... turn down this real quick. Alright, we're going to check out the deck profile real quick. A lot of people have kind of been building this deck, about the same, with a few cards being different. I'm just going to go through this real quick and let y'all know kind of how I built it, what my thought process was behind it, and we'll go from there. So as you can see, it's a pretty standard Garchomp Lucario list. I'm running a 4-2-4 line with two of the Turbo Assault Garchomp. This guy's just really good, being able to Turbo Attack for 60, accelerate energy from the discard. Of course, he has free retreat, just like the other Garchomp. I'm running 4 of the Rock Hiding Gibble, just because, his ability to have the free retreat with the fighting energy attached is really good. And then, of course, I'm running 2 of the Royal Blades Garchomp. Does 100, then plus another 100 if you played a Cynthia with the Choice Band. You're doing 30 more damage to EXs and GXs, so you're hitting for 230, and pretty much one-shotting everything in the format. And he's a Dragon type, real good, which is not too bad because, Fairy types, especially like Xerneas Break and Gardevoir, aren't really being played a whole lot in the meta right now, just because of kind of how it shifted. So this is actually a legitimate deck based on how the meta is right now, in my opinion. I run a 3-2 Lucario line, so I run 3 Riolus, just because in case I get one that's prized, I can still get my 2-2 line out, which I find does happen every now and then. So I run 3 of the Riolus, and I run 2 of the Lucario, and of course, we're using them for the precognitive aura ability, just being able to search our deck for any card as long as we have a Garchomp in play. It's really good. Without this card, the deck would just be way too slow and not as great. So this card is definitely like the corner piece of the entire deck. And then I know a lot of people are running Vulpix. I'm not running Vulpix just because I don't believe it really needs to be in the deck for setup, because the deck already has pretty good setup as is. And with more testing that I've been doing with it, Vulpix just never really needed to be, just wasn't really doing exactly what I wanted it to, so I took it out. But I am running this 1-1 Rockruff Lucario, or Lycanroc line. It's really good. Of course, I'm running the corner Rockruff just because we're not really going to be attacking with it, because most decks that have the abilities to make it where our EXs and GXs can't do damage, we're going to be attacking mainly with Garchomp anyway. But the corner Rockruff is really good in case we get into a pinch of making our opponent, not be able to retreat into another Pokemon that they might have. So that's a good thing. So that's why we want to do that. So we have the corner Rockruff, and then of course we have the Lycanroc here. Claw Slash for 110, the Bloodthirsty Eyes, like a Lysander built into him, just really good. And the Dangerous Rogue is just a broken GX attack to have in this game. And the deck didn't really have a GX attack in it from most of the other lists I've seen. I really like the 1-1 Lycanroc line because early game it can put on pressure. Late game it can take your last 2 prize cards if you're having trouble finding your Garchomps or your Cynthias. And it's just you're running double colorless and fighting energy anyway, so this card is just way too good. So I like the 1-1 Lycanroc line in there. And of course we're running 2 Lele's, as most of you know why. Lele is just a broken card, gets your supporters, and it's just also a good backup attacker. It's just really good. So that's the Pokemon that we're running. We run 1 counter catcher, just because, usually our opponent's going to take prizes before we do most of the time while we're trying to get set up, so this can help get something off the bench for knocking it out really early. We're running 2 blowers, 1 Pal Pad to get our Cynthias back. We are also running 4 puzzles at times, but we don't really want to be wasting puzzles on our Cynthias if need be. It'd be a lot easier if we could Pal Pad our Cynthias back into our deck and then use Lucario's ability to get them out of the deck and into our hands so that we can set up the Royal Blades attack. So that's what we really want. That's really what we want to focus on. So the one of Pal Pad has proven to be really good. 4 rare candy so we can get our Garchomp set up as easy and quickly as possible. A stretcher to get those Pokemon back. 4 Ultra Ball, which is standard. 2 Bridget. 3 is too clunky. 1's not enough for it to be prized. We really want to try to get that turn 1 Bridget off to get these bench Pokemon set up. Usually I want to try to get at least a Gibble and 2 Riolus out with Bridget on turn 1, depending on what other basics I have in my hand. So Bridget's really good for that. And then, of course, we run 4 Cynthia, just because the card is, just amazing. It's a great draw supporter that's come out of the last set. And, without her, the deck just doesn't hit for those big numbers, so you have to run 4 of her. We only run 1 Guzma because the Counter Catcher and the Bloodthirsty Eyes Lycanroc, we're really just going to be taking, shots at whatever's in front of us and knocking it out. So just only really 1 Guzma is needed, in my opinion, and through testing, I haven't really, needed more than 1, so 1 Guzma has been fine. 3 in for early game draw and late game hand disruption, just really good. And 1 Sycamore, just because you don't really want to throw away a lot of your resources with this deck, especially when you get kind of like a bricked hand early game and you only have a Sycamore and you maybe have like 2 rare candies and a couple evolutionaries. Well, you don't want to get rid of all that stuff on turn 1. So just the 1 Sycamore in case your hand does get clunky, so you can go get it out of your deck, pitch it, and get 7 new cards, and then you're ready to go. 2 Choice Band. Could run 3, but 2 Choice Band has been fine. Getting it with the Precognitive Aura, getting it back with puzzles at times. 2 Choice Bands has been fine in play testing, so no issues there. 1 Skateboard, just because most of the Pokemon in the deck only have 1 retreat or have no retreat at all, and this allows it to where your Pokemon can retreat even if they're asleep or paralyzed. So for this deck specifically, a Skateboard is just better, and I run 1 copy of that. And then for our energy, we run 1 Strong Energy. This is really good, especially on the Turbo Assault Garchomp. Just because, being able to have that energy on there. 1 Strong Energy and a Choice Band on Garchomp can knock out a Zoroark. And that's really awesome when you're trying to set up your other Garchomps on your bench or maybe your Lycanroc. Being able to accelerate energy from your discard and take 1-shots on Zoroarks is really good. And it can also one-shot other Pokemon as well, but mainly Zoroark being so popular in the format. Being able to do 80 damage and 80 to 110 damage, really, and accelerate an energy from your discard is just really good. So that's why I play 2 of him and why we run the Strong Energy. And then I have 5 of the Fighting Energy and 4 DCE. So I found that 10 energy in the deck is really good. It most of the time allows you to not only get, not be afraid of getting rid of energy early on since you're just going to Turbo Assault them back on anyway, but also just enough energy to where you can have an attachment for turn, Turbo Assault, attach it from discard, and then, you're kind of ready to go. So this is the deck profile that I wanted to do for you guys. We'll go ahead and kind of jump in the ladder here. We'll play a game or 2, see how it does. And this is kind of the deck I've been working on for the past few weeks. It's a good deck. I don't know necessarily how it would do in like a tournament situation, but we're just going to have to wait and see, where the meta kind of goes. But I really enjoy playing this deck. It's a good deck, and I just want to see, with the upcoming weeks and the changes that'll be made to the meta, if the deck can still be good. I have seen other builds of the deck like Zoroark Garchomp where you use Zoroark to help set it up. I've seen all sorts of different variations of the deck. So we're going to go first here. I don't really know exactly what this guy is playing yet. So, alright, well, not the best turn 1, honestly. Got to get that Lele start, but in all honesty, it wouldn't be Pokemon Online if you didn't start with Lele turn 1, regardless of how many basics you start with in the deck. So that seems to be kind of what happens to me most of the time. So, yes, we'll hit continue. And this guy is playing, okay, so this looks like Golisopod Garb. So this could be a little bit of an annoying matchup. So we'll go ahead and look through. Okay, so we've got both Lucarios. We've got 1 Garchomp prized. We'll go ahead and get the Gibble down. We'll get 2 Riolu down. And I think I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of the Choice Band and the Pow Pad to go grab another Gibble, I believe. Yeah, another Gibble. And we're going to play the Gibble there, and then we're going to pass. That's really about all we could do on that. So So Golisopod Garb, a deck that you're not really seeing around a whole lot. Seeing more Golisopod Zoroark, but Golisopod Garb can still be good, especially in certain matchups. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see. He's going to play Lele for the Wonder Tag. Probably going to either go get a Draw Supporter or or a Bridget to fill up the rest of his bench. Probably go get another Wimpod. Maybe go get a Baby Tapu Koko so he can Wimp out and retreat into the Koko. So he can have free retreat on the next turn in case he wants to bring up the Golisopod GX. Okay, or Mewtwo. The Mewtwo can work too because we do have Pokemon in here that are weak to fighting. He might think for whatever reason that we're running Lucario GX. So he might be having that just as a failsafe. So I'm going to evolve here. I'm going to go ahead and end. I could Lele to go get Cynthia so I don't give him more cards, but that's fine. I'm just going to go ahead and play the end here. We're going to get this. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and attach my energy to the Lele and go ahead and energy drive. We don't really have much we're going to be doing on our next turn. So I'm going to attach there. I'm going to go ahead and play Puzzle of Time just so I can see what's on top. And that's not great. It's not really great at all. We'll go ahead and we'll do that. But we're kind of stuck now. So this is not a very good hand. And we'll go ahead and energy drive for 80. So we're kind of stuck. This could be really bad. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. But these are about the kind of hands I get when I'm playing Pokemon online. So this happens to me fairly often. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see. Usually I don't get dead hands like this in real life. But I mean, it does happen. You know, it is Pokemon. Part of it is skill-based. Other part of it is, luck-based. So we'll just keep doing what we can. And hopefully... I don't know what else he's going to do. I see he attached to... Okay, so he didn't really have much. He attached the DCE to the Wimpod, and that's it. So we'll go ahead and attach there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Guzma up the Wimpod, retreat with the Rock Hiding Gibble, and then knock out the Wimpod with the Lele. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and do there. Get the Gibble up. Attach energy. Now it has the free retreat. We'll retreat into the Lele, and then we'll energy drive for the knockout so you can't get that Wimpod set up. And we'll take a prize card. Hopefully a Draw Supporter. Okay, in. I'll take it. Could be a lot worse. So, there we go with that. All right, just bringing up the Lele. We'll see what my opponent's going to do here. Okay, DCE. Stretcher, we're going to get the Wimpod back. It's fine. It's probably going to energy drive for 80. Yep. So that's in threat of being knocked out. Don't really want to put the energy on anything, so we'll just go ahead and end. Rare Candy. Wow, I'm just getting some bad hands here. We'll go ahead and puzzle just because I really need to see what's on top. Wow, that's horrible. Okay, so we'll just, I guess, go this route. Okay. I don't like doing that, but that's about all we can do right now. 2, 4, 6, 8. So I'd have 90 left. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and energy drive. That's all we can do. Having a really slow hand right now, so we're just doing the best we can. So he'll get a knockdown on the Lele. He'll go down to 4 prize cards. And there's the Garbodor and the Cynthia. So hopefully, he's probably going to get Garbotoxin online here. Okay, there's that Golisopod. Yep, now that's on. So, Rainbow Energy, Energy Drive. Alright, we'll bring up this Gabite. We'll We'll go here. We'll attach an energy here. We will... I think we can go ahead and just do Ascension, and then next turn we'll Field Blower the... next turn we'll Field Blower the Float Stone off, because I doubt he's going to end us or anything, because we have a pretty low hand size. Let's see, do we have any... Yeah, we have the energy that was in there. Let's go ahead and grab 2, 4, 6... If I grab the other, let's see, is he able to retreat? Okay, that can't get me. So he has to get that Golisopod, a Grass Energy, retreat. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. And hope that he doesn't have the ability to be able to grab that. Alright. Okay, so he has the Rainbow Energy. He has the Golisopod. He has the Knockout. Okay, he's going to play in. That's fine. If he gets the Golisopod right here, it's going to be really hard for us to come back. Just, you know, being honest. Energy Drive. Okay, thank goodness. Alright, okay, so we can Field Blower away the... Yeah, Float Stone there. Let's see. I can attach... See, what do we want to do? Armor, 30 less damage. GX or EX, it does 70 more damage. That has no energy on it. I could actually go search for a... Let's see. A Choice Band, 60, 90, that'd be 170. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll Precognitive Aura for... I think Precognitive Aura for a Choice Band, if we have it. Let's see if we have a Choice Band in here first before we do anything. Precognitive Aura. Okay, for Choice Band. So we'll get the Choice Band. And then Precognitive Aura for the Garchomp. Grab that. Okay, so we'll Rare Candy, Gabite, into Garchomp. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and attach a Choice Band here. Not sure if I want to attach the DCE just because I don't know if he's running hammers or not. So I think I'm going to go ahead and Turbo Assault, knock out this Lele, and then get the energy attachment onto the Garchomp. So we got that, get the DCE over onto the Garchomp there, and then take our 2 prizes. Garchomp and DCE. Okay, there you go. So next turn we can DCE attach to Gabite, we can Rare Candy Garchomp, and then we'll see what we can do. Right now, let's see what our item count is. Right now our item 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, so Garbodor can do a 140. So we need to keep careful about our item count there. Okay, so he's probably just going to go ahead and knock this guy out. The Trashalanche Garb. Okay, there's the Trashalanche Garb. Let's see, what do we want to do? If we knock out the Trashalanche Garb, could do 80 there. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and bring this up. And then we'll go ahead and we'll Precognitive Aura once for Rare Candy. Okay, so we can Rare Candy, Garchomp. We're good to go there. Attach there. We'll go ahead and evolve this as well just so that we can get it started. Maybe Precognitive Aura. Let's see, do we have any... Oh, sorry. Do we have any energy in our discard again? Okay, we have the Fighting. Maybe Precognitive Aura for... Looks like we're going to have to do it for a Cynthia, because if we don't, we're not going to get the knockout here, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and Precognitive Aura for a Cynthia. And we'll have to play it that way we get the knockout. I wanted to get a Rockruff online, but Cynthia was what we needed to do there, so We could Ultra Ball for the Rockruff, getting rid of the Bridget and the Rare Candy. So, do we have Rockruff in here? We do. Okay. So, we'll go ahead and get that. And put that there. And then we'll go ahead and Royal Blades for the knockout. And we'll take a prize card. Okay, that's fine. And we'll see what my opponent does. Probably looking for a Golisopod. Okay. Okay, so he's going for that Golisopod instead. And he's got the Sycamore. Alright. So he might be shutting off our abilities next turn. We'll wait and see. Okay, so he's got the Float Stone. Probably should have gotten a Field Blower there last turn, but just wasn't really thinking about it. So let's see what he decides to do. Mewtwo's got 50 left. That'd be really tempting if we could somehow quick dive it. Okay. So I'm only going to be doing 100 to this guy. So let's just go ahead and put Fighting Energy there. And I think we just go ahead and quick dive the Mewtwo to get rid of it. And then I think after that we only have to take one more prize card. So let's go ahead and quick dive the Mewtwo. We'll knock it out for 50. And this Garchomp will be gone. And there's a Cynthia. Wow. So unless he ends our hand size down and keeps the Float Stone on the Garbodor, we should be okay. But we'll just see what he does. Okay, Grass Energy. Cynthia, okay. So not going to be Guzmaing anything up this turn, so that's, that's pretty good. Choice Band, alright. So did he get the Golisopod? Okay, so he's going to Ultra Ball for the Golisopod. My guess would be bring the Golisopod up. And, let's see, do we have all of our Choice Bands in our discard pile? We do. He's going to Resolute Claws. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's game because now I can just, right? Yeah, so now I can just bring this Garchomp up. And then we can Cynthia, and then that should be game. And there's a Field Blower right there. But yeah, as far as I can tell, that should be game right there because that's 130. We Cynthia, we're going to be doing 200. So yeah, that should be game right there, and we'll take our last prize card. So there you go, against Golisopod Garbodor, kind of an interesting matchup, but for the most part, we were able to get it done. So there's a knockout and our last prize. And there was the other puzzle of time in our prizes. So all right, well, we'll do one more game with the deck here. Might as well. Just so we can, show it off something else. So that's, the matchup there with Gully Garb. So our opponent got stuck a couple times. We kind of had a slow opening there, but the deck was able, as you can see, the deck was able to kind of come back out of nowhere. So we'll go ahead and get another game in with the deck real quick and see if we can win another game with it. I wanted to get that other Rockruff. I wanted to get that Rockruff up and ready in case I needed to take my last knockout, but the deck is weak to grass. It does have some grass, or weak Pokemon to grass, so just wanted to be careful with that. So it looks like we're going up against possibly Buzzgarb or Buzzrock, maybe Lucario, Garb, or it could be anything, so we'll just have to wait and see. So we won the coin flip, we'll be going first. Let's see. Okay, no basics. Okay. And click done. Ooh, not a great hand at all. Okay, we'll go ahead and click done. Probably going to go ahead and end my opponent turn one. just so he can't keep that extra card. Unless he benches it or does something with it. My opponent may have a good hand, may not. I don't really know. So, okay, so there's a Rockruff. So we'll go ahead and put that there. We'll just go ahead and end. We'll save our Cynthia's. It was a really bad opening hand. Okay, and this hand's not really that much better. So we'll go ahead and put up the Gibble. We'll retreat the Gibble that has the energy on it. And we will be done after that. So I promise these opening hands are usually a lot better than what we're getting here. It's just for whatever reason I'm getting bad luck on that. Okay, so there's a Brooklet Hill, so we can actually use that to help get our Riolus out. That actually helps a little bit. That Buzzball is going to be an issue before too long. Okay, there's the Float Stone. Choice Band. Max Elixir, of course, it's probably going to hit. I would be shocked if it didn't. Okay, so this is Buzz Rock, which is what I figured. Okay, this is Max Elixir, it hit, of course. There's the Ultra Ball, probably to go get a Lele, and then he's probably going to Lele for a Sycamore, I would assume. And just had a brilliant first hand. About the best hand you could have opening up with Buzz Rock, really. And a Wonder Tag. He's going to go get a Sycamore. Okay, he's going to play Sycamore. Discard his hand, draw 7. And then we'll see what else maybe he can pop off some more elixirs with that. We'll just have to kind of wait and see. If he gets the Buzzball tuned up real fast, this could be a really quick game. So, and that's just part of, that's the one reason why that deck is pretty much considered the best deck in format right now. Okay, so he's going to do another Ultra Ball. That's interesting. He's running the Baby Lycanroc. Okay. There's a Regirock to increase his damage. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so he's getting that. So now he can knock out he can one-shot our Gibbles, which is great. And the Rockruff. Okay, cool. So full bench with everything he needs. He's got the Rockruff. So he should be good to go. He probably should win this game. I don't see how we really come back from him having a turn like that, honestly. So he's going to Jet Punch, boom, boom. If we don't draw into another Pokemon on our turn, it's pretty much going to be game. So we'll have our Gibble go up there. Okay, cool. 2 Riolus that don't do anything, or Lucarios that don't do anything. Let's have to get a Riolu there. And we'll have to Gabite there. We'll go ahead and Field Blower both of his items away. We'll keep the Brooklet Hill out there for now. And then we'll just go ahead and Cynthia and see what we can do. Okay, so there's another Gibble. Choice Band, Stretcher. Can't really do much with any of that. I'm just going to go ahead and Ascension. Pray that he doesn't get another energy on, let's see, what do we want to do here? He's going to knock it out anyway for the, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for the 130. We don't have any energy in the discard, so we will just get this Garchomp and see what happens. More than likely, he's going to have the cards he needs. Very rarely do you ever brick with Buzzrock. That's why the deck is just so good. Yep, there's the energy. So he's going to Absorption and then be able to knock out whatever we put up next turn. So, yep. This is just, yeah. This is a losing battle for sure. He's probably, okay, so he misses that elixir. Yep, there's the Absorption. And right now we pretty much just cry because there's really nothing else we can do. He's just going to start taking knockouts. So we'll just, okay, there's an energy. We'll go ahead and Brooklet for a Riolu. And, I mean, we could go get the Rockruff and try to get the Lycanroc, but at this point I don't know if that's going to matter completely. We'll do this, a Choice Band, and then we'll Probably should go ahead and stretch her. Yeah, let's go ahead and stretch her. Our stuff back in the deck. Let's go ahead and get one of each there from the line. And then we'll just go ahead and Cynthia. So, opponent got off to a perfect turn 1, turn 2 start. It's just really hard to, win with this deck when you get off to that slow a start. So, we'll go ahead and get that Garchomp there. Now, if he's able to Guzma and get rid of that Garchomp, that's going to be pretty much game. If not, we can attach a DCE, Lele for Cynthia, and take a knockout on the Buzzwole, which would be really cool if we could do. But if my opponent's smart, he'll find a way to Guzma up that Garchomp. So we have Choice Band, Guzma, there you go. Yep. Guzma up the Garchomp, attach an Energy, retreat. Okay. So it's pretty much a game loss, I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's any way we can win at this point. So there's 2 Garchomps lost back to back. And we'll go ahead and put up, I guess, this Gibble. I don't really know what else we can do. Well, that's interesting. Do they have, let's see. We'll go ahead and get a Rockruff. Do they have another? Sorry about that, guys. I got texts coming in from a friend of mine. Let's see. We could Ascension in. I mean, we could try that because he doesn't really have any other energy on any of his stuff. So I'm gonna evolve there. I'm gonna play Lele. I'm gonna end him down to 3. Let's see. Actually, I don't even know if I have another Garchomp in my deck. I probably should have checked. Okay, I do. Okay. Alright, so let's see, 2 energy there. Alright, let's go ahead and end. Okay, that was going to be the Garchomp I was thinking about evolving into, but now I can't do that. So let's go ahead and Ascension into this Garchomp. And then we'll just pray that he doesn't have a way to retreat and get that back. If he does, he does. I mean, what else can we do? Okay, Max Elixir. Okay, hits on the Rockruff. Ultra Ball, okay, to go get the Lycanroc, I'm sure. Yep, Bloodthirsty Eyes. There it is. He's going to Abyssal Hand for 5 after he plays it. My guess is he'll probably bring up the Lele or something to take another 2 prizes. Or he may not bring up anything at all. He may just play it to get it out of his hand. Okay, Rockruff, sure. Abyssal Hand for 5 to get the Guzma that he needs. And a Float Stone maybe. Okay, Super Rod. Okay. Max Elixir, okay. Guess it's going to go to the other Rockruff. Yep. Guzma, sure. Okay. I'm just glad my opponent has every single card he needs, or else that would be, really annoying. So that's good for him. Alright, so knocked out that card. Not really sure what we do. Maybe bring up our Lele to attack with. I really don't know what else to do at this point. I'm pretty sure he has game because he's had everything that he needs. There's a Lucario, but it doesn't matter because he's knocked out every single Garchomp that we've attempted to get out. We'll go ahead and Brooklet. There's nothing there. Okay. We'll just attach this, and we'll Cynthia, I guess. I don't even know what else we can do, honestly. I don't think there is much that we can do. We've pretty much just lost the ability to do anything this game because my opponent's had an answer every single turn and had the perfect draws. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not belly aching about it. The deck is really good for a reason, and I said before, Garchomp Lucario isn't any meta-breaking deck at all. It's just this stuff is going to happen. That's why the deck's not that great. You're not really seeing it be played at the tournament level. It's just a more consistent deck list I could come up with. You know, realistically, if he hadn't have had the Guzmas and the energy attachments with the Max Elixirs and stuff, oh wow, okay, and another Guzma, he wouldn't have been able to get off as much as he had, and he would have been stuck. So, in reality, the deck is, you know, we could have came back, because the Buzzwole was the only thing that had any energy on it. We could have came back, knocked out the Buzzwole, and been back in this game. So, it just comes down to draws, and sometimes it just... You know, sometimes there's nothing you can do, in all honesty. Okay, so he's going to knock out Rockruff here. He's going to do another 30 of that. Do we have another Lele? Maybe. I wish we could end our opponent down. Okay, we'll attach there. We'll Ultra Ball, get rid of these two. Possibly Lele for an N. If we have another N, we do. Alright. So go ahead and Lele. Yes, we'll go search for an N. Okay. We'll go ahead and just thin out our deck, get the escape board there, and then we'll go ahead and end our opponent down to 1. It's not going to matter, though, because of the artillery, but hey, you know, what else are you going to do? Alright, let's see, do we want to pound pad anything back in? Yeah, probably some Cynthias, just in case. I don't think it's going to matter, but... Or maybe a Cynthia and an N. We'll do that, and then we'll just go ahead and energy drive for the knockout. Well, at least we took one knockout, but he's probably just going to go ahead and bring up the Lycanroc and knock us out. Oh, I forgot he already used his GX attack. Never mind. Forgot about that. Okay, another Buzzwole. Sure. Abyssal Hand for 3. Energy. Sure. Enhanced Hammer, of course. Why not just have tons of those, you know, to get rid of our stuff? And he's going to end to 1, sure. It's fine. I don't think it really matters at this point. Okay. Alright. Brooklet, nothing. Our hand is completely dead. How much energy? 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he has plenty of energy left, so corner strat's not going to work. If I could catcher out this. Yeah, I honestly don't see how we win. Attach an energy there, and I guess it just passed. I'm not really sure what else we can do. I don't think he's played a lot of float stones this match, so he should be able to find a way to retreat it. He's just going to have that Buzzwole come up and pop me here in a second. Okay, there's the Guzma. Okay, well, that's game. Good game to my opponent. They seemed like they played 8 Guzmas, but I guess they played all 4 Guzmas at the time they needed to. So at that point, you're never going to defeat a deck like that, especially if they get that far ahead. I mean, there was a couple times we could have came from behind, but every time we needed them to not have 1 or 2 cards, they had those 1 or 2 cards, which is going to happen. You know, from time to time. That's Pokemon. So you guys got to see a little bit how the deck worked. So I hope this was really informative for you guys. Anybody out there that wants to build Lucario, Garchomp, like I said, there's really no perfect list out there yet for it. This is just the list that I've been working on, and I personally like it because it seems very consistent based off some other decks. I did not mean to clone it. Based off some other decks that I've made in the past regarding these cards, this is the list that I came to like the best. So if you guys have any questions or comments, just leave them below. And this deck is really fun to play. Like I said, it's not anywhere near top tier. as of right now, but the deck can beat top tier decks occasionally from time to time, and it's just a blast to play, and it's not super expensive. Of course, the Lele's are pretty expensive, and even puzzles have gone up in price, and Cynthia's have gone up, but, realistically, you can make other versions of this deck for pretty cheap, but this deck is really fun to play. I would encourage you to try to pick up the cards out of the trial deck and just make a skeleton list and just put the stuff in that you like from there, and just, take it to your local league or take it to, your local store and stuff like that. So last part of the video, I want to give a shout out to our play area, Carl's Game Station in Winter Haven, Florida. Boy Carl's out there. We run Pokemon League out there Sundays from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. We have Pokemon class over there from 4:30 to 7:30 every Thursday evening. So any questions about any of that, feel free to talk to our other team member, Blake Sullivan, who runs that. He'd be more than happy to give you any details. And like I said, if you guys have any other ideas or anything going on in your Garchomp Lucario list, let me know below what y'all are doing. And thanks for letting me show my deck off, and I'll catch you all later. Bye.